Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Author's Corner, a creative writing group of students in the Mathematics and Science Academy at UTRGV. My name is Amy Frazier, a lecturer in the Department of Writing and Language Studies, who launched this program under the leadership of Dr. Wilma Smetter, Principal of MSA, along with the much appreciated assistance of Melissa Peña-Montes, MSA's Program Manager. After studying creative writing in Oxford, I applied my newly acquired skills to write and publish a novelette entitled Brujeria in South Texas, scheduled to be released this year in Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and other bookstore outlets in the U.S. and the U.K. Since its inception of Author's Corner at the onset of spring semester 2020, I mentored, coached, and instructed a dynamic group of students with a propensity to author intriguing stories. Everyone has a story to tell. The key element, paramount in creative writing, lies in the ability to tell a good story that comes from the heart, mind, and soul of the individual, whose uniqueness is tantamount to a person's fingerprints. No two stories are exact duplicates in its originality. Even a subtle change in a similar theme adds nuance and dimension to a story that yields unexpected outcomes and an element of surprise that often allows the characters to come alive, leading the author to explore a new direction he never imagined. Currently in our 5th consecutive semester, MSA students continue to produce entertaining short stories and fiction published in the Writer newspaper. We are so excited and honored to engage for the first time this semester as participants in UTRGV's Vaquero Radio. Thank you for this opportunity. We hope you enjoy hearing today's oral presentation. The spotlight shines on one of our talented students as Writing Warrior of the Week in Author's Corner.
Prey v. Predator by Angelica Longoria. Elmer the Frog was quite the cream of the crop when it came to frogs. He croaked every morning and sat on his lily pads throughout the day, all things respectable frogs should do. But above all else, Elmer's prowess at finding and capturing prey was always top tier. No other frog had him beat. One day, while Elmer was sitting on the edge of his pond, in wait for his next meal, he noticed a small cricket sitting on his lily pad. Elmer had claimed it ever since he developed his legs. How dare he, Elmer thought. Then a rather playful idea spawned in his head. Let's play, shall we, Mr. Cricket? Elmer said. A bet will determine who gets to own the entire pond. The cricket looked at Elmer, pondered, and responded. I would love to kick you out of this pond. Elmer croaked and said, If I win, you get eaten, and if you win, I find another pond. The cricket replied, Deal, but I get to choose what the challenge is since you have such a leg up on me. Elmer simply croaked in response. Okay then. The challenge is to race to the red barn. Whoever gets there first wins. The cricket replied with a sly smile. Around noon, Mr. Cricket and Elmer set up against the edge of the pond. Both took their starting positions, and all the crickets and frogs from nearby ponds came to cheer them on. On 3, Amy the squirrel responded. 1, 2, 3. Both Mr. Cricket and Elmer the frog jumped the farthest they could. Elmer got ahead of Mr. Cricket by the 5th hop, and he hopped all the way to the barn. Without looking back, Elmer kept on hopping. His hops and train of thought never faltered. If Elmer bothered to notice his surroundings, he would have noticed the barn owl circling in for the kill. As Elmer was on the last leg of his race, Mr. Cricket saw the owl and ran. Elmer, stuck in his own head, continued. To the animals near the pond's dismay, they saw Elmer get swooped up into the owl's beak. With a sinister laugh, Mr. Cricket hopped back to the pond. He never expected to see such a joyous sight. All his friends came and congratulated him on outsmarting the predator. I never thought my plan would work, Mr. Cricket started. Finally, our worst predator is gone, and we have taken over the pond once more. Mr. Cricket said finally, "Never expect that your enemy will play fair, especially in this predator versus prey world.